up, man? It's your big brother K-Rino. Question: are the public schools still really necessary? That's the question that's circulating in my mind right now. And before y'all jump on me and go crazy and lose your mind, just think about a few things for a second. In this day and age, man, when information is so much around us on a daily basis, when there's no excuse to not be able to even educate yourselves to a degree, and you look at all of the negative aspects of the public school systems, we got to ask ourselves, is it still wise for us to be pushing our children through them? If you look at a lot of the falsehoods that are taught in the public school, whether it be history or otherwise, that's one thing you can look at. But also, you got to kind of look at the relevance of the curriculum as it is established right now today. And what I mean by that is that sometimes you have to actually get out of school and live life for a little while to realize that a lot of that stuff that was taught to us, we didn't even need. We didn't even use. And I won't say need because any information and knowledge is good, but a lot of this stuff we don't even use. So you go to school, if you graduate 12th grade, then you spend 13 years, and you include the kindergarten, um, and you come out and you end up not even using a lot of what was taught to you. So it's like, what's the purpose? So we know it's a money grab. We know it's a money grab. We know that the school system is corrupt. We know that those who are in place that are in control of the school system don't necessarily have the best interest of the students in mind. It's a lot of politics that don't lean towards the benefit of the children. But we also know that you have parents that work that like, hey, when I go to work, I have to be able to put my children in school, and uh, and they really believe in some cases that this is a good educational post for my child to be in. When again, in turn, there's so many children who are excelling in homeschooling, and people are, well, I can't. Oh, I don't have time. I don't have time. And again, I'm just posing this out there. I'm just putting it out there. Because I believe that if you have a child and you recognize the gifts and the skills and the talents of that child at an early age, I think that you should take the time to cultivate. We should be trying to cultivate those gifts in those children to already be laying the base for them to do what it is they were born to do, and going to school and getting some curriculum that's not actually absolutely viable or valuable is worthless to me. I'll just go ahead and say it. It's worthless to me. Now I understand that there are educators who take pride in their jobs, who do a great job. Not knocking that. A lot of teachers and who have chosen to be school teachers as their career. I got friends that have chosen to be school teachers as their career, and they do a great job. It's a place for them. It's a place for them, and I would love to see there's something established for those types of teachers who actually really care about the well-being and the growth, the mental growth of the students. But we see it far too many times, man, where and even when it comes down to safety issues in this day and age, we got to factor in safety issues, because you got a lot of these school shootings that take place in the suburbs a lot, but you have isolated incidents that take place in the hood, because in the hood we don't get into the more so just coming in shooting up everybody in the school like they do in the suburbs. It's more personal. If a youngster in the hood bring a pistol to school, they had somebody in particular on their mind, or they were in fear of a type of situation. So that in itself, just the violence aspect of it in itself is a reason to um, consider another alternative. So if you're not, the children aren't being properly educated, in my opinion. If it's a safety, if there's safety concerns, in my opinion. If the school system itself is corrupt and they don't have the children's best interests in mind and the politics of it is shady, in my opinion, there's three right there. So do the pros of sending your children to public school actually outweigh the cons when you think about it. And a lot of times, another con is our children that we created. We send our children to school with no real purpose. Just go to school and learn something. And they'll come back home and we'll say, what you learn today at school? And they'll be like, did your homework? We just accept the curriculum. We just accept whatever's placed in front of them, and it is what it is. Well, we absolutely have the power to create that curriculum, and we can teach even in things that are not necessarily career oriented. We can teach the true history to our children. We have access to that. See, we can teach mathematics just as well as anybody else. We have access to people who can do that. See, and some parents have the ability to do that. I don't. My math sucks, so I'm working on it. But there's so many things that we can do on our own, and our children would max out. Now, the last thing people say, well, man, I send my children to school, because of the social side of it. You want your children to get accustomed to learning how to interact with others, and that sets them on the right course, when they go out into the world. And that's true to an extent, of course, the social skills, they'll come, but also the underlying, uh, in the black schools and in the Latino schools, the underlying prison-like structure that's set up in a lot of the public schools too. The way they lay that thing out, it sets it up where it gives a look and a feel of a prison. And we got to be very careful because this is being done on the slick. So think about what I'm saying. If y'all are homeschooling y'all children, congratulations. But if you still have to send your children to public school, don't think I'm saying snatch them out today. I understand. I'm just saying if you can do it a different way, would you? Would you? Alright, man, it's your big brother K-Rino. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what y'all think about this subject, man, and keep your notifications on, man, so you'll know anytime I post a video. Alright, man. Peace.